Hello fans of Marvel Heroes and friends of my channel, welcome to another episode of Q&A, but this time round it's going to be a little bit different. There are two news lying around in this Marvel Heroes. One is from Gazillion, another is from me. Both could be a little bit shocking, so just stay on. So for some of us who has been reading the forum probably have already noticed that Mr. David Brevik, who is the CEO of the Gazillion, also the founder of Diablo franchise, is leaving the company. Now, it's really shocking in some sense because I think Marvel Heroes without David Brevik to me is going to be, it's like Diablo 3 without David Brevik kind of thing. I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of things on my mind right now. It's sort of like it's just mind-boggling to think, a game that I have spent so much time, thousands of hours playing, and and the legend behind is living. So it is a very sad day, to be honest, for some of us who has been with this game for a while. I've been with this game for 3 years, spent hundreds of dollars as well. But it is what it is. I really wish Mr. Brevik all the best. Not that he's going to watch my video, but I believe that he's a very cool guy, down to earth. I got a chance to work with him indirectly through Doomsaw on the interview piece on Staff Magazine over here in this part of the world, and we went for an interview. And with him, and he's really game. I mean, he's sort of like oh, I got the box here. He's sort of like I prepared some question for him, and and together with the with the help of Doomsaw as well, and it's sort of like he actually have more idea for us to work on, and I expanded my interview a little bit to include that as well, and it was really fun. He's really like down to earth, and yeah, I mean, I really enjoyed the brief time I worked with him, and I think he's really a cool guy, and of course I feel really shocked right now still on the fact that he's leaving, but in a way I'm also happy for him because he has been working with this game for like 7 years, so I suppose as someone who's working with this game for a while, it probably kind of like need some fresh idea, need some kind of like work on his passion, on something that he's passionate in, and yeah, I mean I really support that kind of thought as well. Although I really on one hand I'm really excited to sort of like to know what he's working on, so I could like I hope to be able to get a front seat somewhere, and and just hope that I can continue to support whatever he's doing. I mean that is basically what I really hope to achieve, and yeah, I mean I think in some sense we all have to come to the next journey. No one is going to stay in this game forever, so I get that too. So I think a lot of you have asked me through Steam, through in-game, also also a question coming in and ask like how do I feel about this whole episode coming in. So yeah, I mean I'm going to share my thoughts with you on this rather shocking news of today, of all days, New Year. So I guess if you are a new player, this game still has a lot of things to go for. The foundation is extremely well done. There's a lot of different game mode and so on, and I can imagine that a lot of people are still enjoying this game. For those who are new and unlocking heroes, playing, progressing, and so on and so forth, is a really exciting kind of like, wow. Who is wow? There's a Wolverine there. Is it? Let me just try to get focus here. Yeah. So in a way, I'm sort of like very much. I think if for new players, things are fine, just business as usual. But for for those who are, maybe I just forget about this one and just go for the because I'm doing my I'm upgrading my leveling my legendary, right? So and the and I guess for some of us who has been with this game a while, that is really a really kind of like a surprising news in a sense. So I don't know what to make out from of it, and the and I mean, I have 1,001 questions as well, same as you. I mean, the only thing I can use is just my common sense of where things are. That's all. I don't really know anything inside where things are. I heard. I mean, I think a lot of positivity on this one. I heard some people say that it may have a lot of like they have hired people, or they have like 100 people working in this game right now, and it may turn out to be a better product. I mean, I surely hope that it will be the case, but it doesn't. I mean, I don't know, man. I mean, it's just a big guess. I think the question really is that, should I continue to invest into this game in terms of hours, time, as well as in terms of the money as well? Because are they going to sell packs? I do not know. And do I still want to play this game when I know Mr. Brevik is no longer the one that's in charge? Behind the seat, I also not sure, to be honest. It's a lot of question mark for me. It's just as just as frustrating as I am just as frustrating as you are in a sense. And this is not really that great a ring, whatever. So yeah, I mean, I think I'll have to come to a point whereby am I going to continue supporting this game? That is something that I need to really think through. I mean, what do you guys think? Are you guys going to continue supporting this game, or you say, well, I mean, look, the captain of the ship has jumped to another boat, and should you be even consider staying? I think that is probably one of the big questions out there. Is the game going to pick up from where it is? Yeah, another big question. And we have what? Batroc, and I'm just playing Daredevil. Come on, man. This is not fair. Okay, man. Ultimate. Whoa. The one thing I love about Daredevil is just that his ultimate is just so outstanding. I mean, better make sure I don't stand there and just get myself killed somehow. So now, whatever build that you're seeing here is not definitive. In fact, this is not even the build that I use for Cosmic Gate or for Endgame. Get out! I can't get out. Wow, hang on. But the problem is that I try to use the one that okay. Let me just get out from here. I try to use the one that I got through the gate with mainly for a single target. But I find that for this sort of setting is very, very disadvantaged. I can't really do much on it. So I decided to change my build a little bit. It's like my everyday build, not really. I don't really enjoy this build, but it is the only one that remotely possible to deal with all this little stuff around here. And I think I'm still experimenting this build. So don't it is not definitive in many sense. It's not. And I mean, why am I playing Daredevil, by the way? Let's talk about something positive without me going into like tearing mode. Why do I play Daredevil is because some of you have requested a guide for Daredevil for a very long time now. I have video. I wouldn't say I have many video requests. I mean, I do have some video requests, not as popular as some of the YouTubers out there. But when viewers request for guides, usually it could mean either A, is a brand new hero, just need some guidance, and everyone else out there is doing that, or B, the heroes really need a lot of help because for whatever reason it's just unable to unlock the potential of the hero or play him or her right. So that's why I'm also the whole reason why I don't play Daredevil is that I don't find him that interesting, to be honest, and also I don't find him that effective in a lot of environment like this. A lot of mobs in this sort of like environment. It's actually getting a little bit hard I don't really enjoy the kind of gameplay. But you know, sometimes I do also like to be open-minded. I'll never know, right? Because sometimes maybe a hero just you know, just turn out to be great. You know, so I don't know. I mean, I do have a lot of like surprises, like Emma Frost melee build turned out to become my main build, right? So stuff like that. I always have an open mind. Not going to sort of like, oh, nice. Not going to, you know, just throw the idea out just because I don't like the hero. Because I may find something great about hero. So now I mean, I got a build that I work out with. Okay, so Hood I can actually change to another build that I'm more comfortable with. So this build is something I'm more comfortable with. The other build is just for the you know, area, because I can't deal with things that are without area. So yeah, let me see. Let me just continue going to Hood. So for those wondering why I'm doing all these things, is because I need to level my legendary for Daredevil before I make a video. Usually I try my best to gear at least a reasonable level. And and I need to collect some kind of like kind of Odin mark as well. So may as well use this opportunity to do that. And I mean, you know, that is probably the reason why. I mean, that is probably one of the I mean, it's best chance to collect all these Odin mark in a less draining kind of manner. All right, so that is the only reason why I'm doing this kind of thing. All right, so now so Daredevil, right? I mean, you know, I am. Oh man, this game is so hard to sort of like target. Then I'm actually a Daredevil fan in a comic book or in a movie, and but I mean, you know, that is really the whole reason why I'm playing Daredevil right now. Also on that one. All right, so just getting myself out there, and I mean, Daredevil does have this really intense spirit issue if you don't play the combo kind of like, if you don't use the basic for combo. I mean, his basic actually not that bad as well. The DPS is bad, but it's very easy to get fast combo point generation, which is also important. Otherwise, you become a med kit hero like what I have here. So not entirely very fun if you don't enjoy popping med kit every cooldown. Like, you know, that's why I have it even on the hotbar, because that's where I sort of like you know, whenever it's on cooldown, do it med kit hero. So yeah, so okay, so where are we? So now I think interestingly, I think one of the points that I'd like to really talk about is that you know, it's a free to play kind of concept working out really for you know, for a game like this one, because I think all this like cutting the cost of the you know, staff movement usually indicate that maybe financially the company is not doing as well, and and I mean, you know, I think, you know, a lot of time we think about free to play game. I don't know how many of you are really paying as well. I mean, you know, I mean, that's fine. I mean, to me, I'm not making money out from all these things. So I'm you know, in a way, I'm also not quite sure how much money they actually earn in terms of the you know, all the costume or micro transaction kind of thing. So I think you know, like Overwatch from Blizzard is going to, it started off as announced as free to play, but in the end it's not really a free to play anymore. So I don't know whether the whole free to play game is still working out or not. But I think it's only time to see. I mean, its barrier of you know, entrance, of course, is low in terms of from acquiring user base perspective. But it also depends on how much can we really you know, maintain, right? I mean, all this like kind of you know, new players coming into the game. It all depends on how much you know, micro transition that come out from it, right? So yeah, so that is really about you know, the whole overall kind of like outlook of the game. I'm just as anxious as you are on that. So I don't know. I mean, that is. Let me know in the comments below. How is this going to affect you? Affect the, you know, whether you would like to continue playing this game or not. It's just like, you know, maybe leaving the game you know, because the captain is gone, right? So. So that's one, and I think let's go to another piece of news that could also be quite shocking to you. It's kind of like Yeah, I mean, there's no easy way to say it. It's kind of, it's actually from me. So this is not really easy way to say it. So I'm going to say it, right. So I've created, I've been creating guide for quite some times, and and I think a lot of you also rely on my guide to sort to build a heroes or a progress on a hero, something like guidance and so on. And like I always say in many of my videos, I'm just learning this game as much as you are. In fact, I learn from you as well, and that is not really. It's a statement that is not really just an empty word. I really mean that I'm also learning from you guys as well, because sometimes when I publish something, I'll have some feedback and say, well, something is not right. Then I'll say, oh yeah, because I've keen some assumption that's wrong. So now, what is this shocking news I'm going to share with you is that I think a while ago I've created a guide on the artifact and so on. So there's actually a glitch on my formula, and that glitch doesn't really affect a lot of artifacts. Unfortunately, it affects one of the most iconic artifacts, and it's called Gem of the Curse. And now the glitch of it's not a new glitch to me. Whenever I build something like a guy like that, because I was doing something totally different. I was using a basket of heroes. I derive number, I'm running through all the data to like 10 different heroes, and trying to see and how things are doing for these 10 heroes, trying to average them and sort of like try to average and get a result and get some kind of a view to simulate how is it going to different, how it's going to work for different kind of hero kind of thing. So I've done that, but I've got a glitch on my formula, and this particular glitch is on the crit damage rating. And there aren't many artifacts or runes or rings or whatnot. So there aren't many artifacts that has this crit damage, but Gem of the Curse unfortunately is one of those. And I think back then I was saying that Gem of the Curse is kind of average. In a way, that is actually not right to say that anymore. So I now, how did I discover my mistake? Maybe that's probably a more interesting, kind of like a diversion. Is that I was about to build a guide for the rings, and I went through the numbers and I look at the result, and it doesn't seem to make sense for one of the the ring that's higher than the other one, because I know. Theory crafting just theory, right? But in practice, I know that some stats are really better than the other stats. It's just mathematically impossible that that I'm seeing some stats that is actually better than the others. So I went through my number. I spent a whole afternoon, wondering what has gone wrong. And in fact, what has gone wrong was the crit damage rating. That's as simple as that. So I went through a number again. Now of course Gem of the Curse become one of the top guys, and that is not really a surprise, knowing that a lot of guys out there are also looking at Gem of the Curse as a reference. So I don't know. I mean, I would like to just be sort of like very upfront with you all. I make a mistake, so my sincere apologies if you get into some argument with some of your friends because of this mistake of mine, or you rely on my guide and say, okay, you toss all your Gem of the Curse away. I mean, I can't really compensate you anymore because I don't really have a lot of Gem of the Curse. But I mean, look at it this way. I myself also don't really have a lot of Gem of the Curse anyway. So yeah. So what I'm saying is that I mean, it's just rather unfortunate. So I'm sorry. And I'll make another one, and I'll use the opportunity to combine the Danger Room artifact together with the original set of artifacts. I've been combining all this. I mean, I've been having a lot of feedback anyway on various type of artifacts. So I've been making a lot of annotation when I have to redo certain things. So I may as well clean everything up and just do a good job one time for you all, and put everything together. All right. So that is shocking news number 2, but that is all about it. And well, I mean, that's all. I'm not leaving the game as yet, and definitely not announcing that I'm here to say bye bye to you all. No, it's not that type. So that's all. I feel kind of bad for the guy, but it is what it is. All right. So now, I had a lot of fun playing, Storm. Building the guy for it, and now I'm doing the Daredevil. So I don't know how long it will take me to, because right now the XP doesn't seem to be going that fast, so it may probably take me a while. But as and when I get the him to rank 5, then I'll make a video. Probably I want to upgrade his some of his gear as well. I think his gear is not that fantastic right now. And I mean, that's one thing I need to do some Midtown Madness. And to be honest, I think I don't know what happened to the whole kind of loot, because I'm not getting any good loot from the Cosmic Patrol anymore, and that is kind of frustrating, because that is usually where I do it, get my loot. And I'm not really getting a lot of doesn't seem to drop much these days. I don't know where the drops are. Maybe Danger Room. I know things are just too good to be true. It's just a matter of time when they scale back all the unique. Last time when X Defense first came out, it was full of unique, and then they changed it. And there's not much really unique coming on aboard, and it moved on to another game mode. So I'm seeing the same thing as well. Maybe Gazillion can prove me wrong. But yeah, I mean that is all, and what else to talk about? I think last bit is really, I think a lot of question these days. I think maybe because of the new players, a lot of question these days is on the Cosmic Gate. So should I not? Well, I'm playing Daredevil, so probably not. A lot of questions is on the Cosmic Gate these days. So I think in terms of Cosmic Gate, right? It's really all about the knowing the mechanic. A lot of time you'll probably get through it if you kind of know the mechanic and know when to do or when not to do certain things. So that is usually what I do, because after a while, right, the whole Cosmic Gate become very, I forgot to switch to the area. Oh man, this is not going to be fun. Oh man, because I've got another build that is mainly on the area, and I think I better go back to switch to area, because my build that is really good for the Cosmic Gate and Patrol is not really doing too well in the kind of this kind of environment. Alright. Okay, very typical cloud. Okay, this is not looking good. Yeah, so you see a difference a lot. Whatever build that you picked, on the hero, because if you pick one that is mainly for the single target or thereabout, then when it comes to this kind of setting, it's going to be a little bit hard. So I think back to Cosmic Patrol is that after a while, initially when I did Cosmic Patrol for my hero, my heart still beat like crazy. But after a while, you're very calm about it, because you know that you know what's going to happen. Mana Hydra is going to shoot how many times in what frequency, where should you move, and so on. So I think the wait, let me just focus a little bit here. And I mean, this kind of boss environment actually is quite good. All right. Okay, so yeah, I mean that's all. This episode is almost done. Not quite sure whether it's something you enjoy watching or not, but just some news to update you, and also the what is to come. Now, of course, I'll consolidate the artifact guide again, and the Daredevil guide is coming next as well. I would probably, I don't know. I think I think in order to continue playing this game, I need to play something fun. Because right now all this older hero is not really that exciting for me. So I probably be looking into Iron Fist. I hope once they start working, because the last patch doesn't really patch anything that I really want to see. But once they have started patching Magic I Hope and Iron Fist, then I'll definitely look into the Iron Fist and see what I can do. And that I'm hoping that will be fun. I know Black Cat, a lot of you are anticipating it, and I hope that will be fun too. Alright, so now that's all for this episode. Nothing really exciting to talk about, but just a few tips to share. And and also just talk about a game. All right. So see you next time. Goodbye.